63-633A. You're the Blue Alliance on field number 2. I'm also calling match number 65. 457A and 41,000D, which you are on the Red Alliance. And on the Blue Alliance on match 65, which is field 1, 41,000A and 61,187A. You guys will please come to the field. If your match is a 66 or 67, please come to the queuing tables behind the fields. We're going to start to run the event here. And we'll get just some afternoon qualification rounds, and then we'll do some alliance selection, and we're ready to go. So, if you please join us in the field, we'd like to get going. Match is 64, and this is 65. You are queued to the field. If you look at the screen up there, I'll make one more pass. We published a book last year. People ask us, they come here and say, how did you guys get this facility? How do you run a program with 200 teams? How do you do the things that you do in Granville? There's a book we wrote last year. It was written by our 2 head coaches. It was called We Need One of These is the title. It should be on the screen out there. It's available on Amazon.com, also at the Competitive Robotics Press. Both places carry the book. It tells you the history of the Robotic team, 28 years of history, building up a robotics program in Granville. And then the second half of the book is how do you do it in your place? How do you get companies to understand why it's important to sponsor teams like this? How do you get school boards and superintendents to understand why these teams are important? How do you get kids excited about robotics? How do you fund it? How do you find sponsors? How do you organize? It's got a how-to manual in the back, how to start a program and grow a program for 28 years. So there's no real quick. It's available on Amazon.com. It's also available on the Competitive Robotics Press.com. That is a book called We Need One of These. We're going to the matches now. Match 64. I'm missing one robot still, so I can't really turn Zoe loose yet. And we're going to. We got all 4 robots still. Zoe, we're going to give this back to you. Field number 2 is going to start playing momentarily. Then we're going to rock our way through the rest of these qualification matches. Let's go.
All right, over here on field number 2, we have qualification match number 64. For your Red Alliance, you have 1827-9A, Get Back to Work, and 1158-1Z, the Blue Screen of Death. For your Blue Alliance, you have 8860B, the Loose Screws, and 63633A, Eaglebots Who Knows. We're getting a lunch survey. All right, we've got our thumbs up. We're gonna start Auton in 3, 2, 1. Red Alliance filing 4 blocks into the long goal closest to the audience, pushing one of them near the control zone. And then guarantee control that blue team with their 2 blocks in the bottom of the middle goal. Red will take Auton for this match. Driver control in 3, 2, 1. Start off this match, you're gonna have blue control over that bottom middle goal, red control over that long goal next to the audience. Looking for another control bonus over here next to your headrest, and they get that. We have double red control on those long goals and a blue control for that bottom middle. Blue Alliance looking to put some of their blocks in the long goal closest to the audience. We'll see if they push for control after this. 1158-1Z looking to de-score. 8060B pushing for control. 63633A filing 2 of their blocks into the top of that middle goal. The whole middle goal is controlled by blue at the moment. 1827-9A de-scoring that blue block, leaving only red left in that long goal over there closest to the audience. Moving to put another block in the long goal over here, just missing. 2 blocks in the long goal closest to your head rest. Well, we have 2 blocks in the top of that middle goal, moving that control bonus into a neutral standpoint. We've got 2 parked robots, 1 on each side. Both long goals controlled by red, and that bottom one controlled by blue, I believe. And then that top middle goal is still neutral. Moving over to field number 1, we have qualification 65. Looking for those thumbs up. All right, we've got thumbs up all around. We're going to start Auton here in 3, 2, 1. Over on your red alliance, you have 457A, larger than average seals, and 41,000D butter. On your blue alliance, you have 41,000A, Durfus the whale shark, and WEC, or WECT, and 61,18,7A, Voltage Vipers. It's going to be blue Auton. We'll resume to driver control in 3, 2, 1. To start off this match, you've got blue control over the entire middle goal. Reds push that into a neutral standpoint for the bottom as our alliance partner gets it control over this long goal near your headrest. 41,000D doing some heavy defense on 61,18,7A over here by their loader station, riding up on those blocks. They freed themselves. 457A pushing the red blocks into the control zone over on the goal nearest you. 41,000A looking to push those blue blocks into control. All right, red's got control over that long goal nearest you guys. That middle goal is still sitting at a neutral standpoint on the bottom. Never mind, it's in blue control. The top is in red control. 457A de-scoring these blue blocks over here nearest your headrest. Got the start of a penny count. That bottom goal has moved into a red control. Now we're back to neutral standpoint. Now we're back to red. 3 against 1. 20 seconds, your park zones are now protected. Got some parking attempts. We got a park over on the blue side of Piers. Alright, we'll let our refs score that.
We're done. We can have this row, yeah.
Alright, we've got all 4 of our robots on the field just getting set up. Over there on your red alliance for Q66, you have 38X Absolute Zero and 63633C Eagle Bots when everything goes wrong. For your blue alliance, you have 8860A the Bot Fathers and 8153A the Mighty Masons. All right, we've got our controllers on the field, or on the floors. All right, we're gonna get Auton started here in 3, 2, 1. Alright, that's going to be a red Auton bonus. And we're going to pick up our controllers and resume driver control here in 3, 2, 1. 81-53 making quick work of that bottom middle goal, gaining control for the Blue Alliance. A pushing their blue blocks into the control zone for that long goal closest to the audience.
I'm gonna say blue and good job.
Great job. Go blue.
Jacob.
88-60A putting more blocks over in the long goal nearest your head rest. Swift D score from 38X, leaving only their red block in that control zone. 88-60A leaving their two blue blocks into that control zone. Blue's got control over the long goal closest to your head rest. Red's got control over that bottom long goal and that bottom middle goal and the long goal nearest your audience. Parking zones are protected in these final 20 seconds of the match. 38A looking to de-score some blocks over here, leaving only their red block. Will they get it in these last couple seconds? I believe we've got one parked robot for this match. All right, we're gonna start Auton over here in 3, 2, 1. For your red lines, you've got 61-18-7C, attention span 0, and 32-28-5B, control alt elite. For your blue alliance, you've got 216D, cubed, and 63633B, Eagle Box Kirby Crusaders. This will be a blue Auton. We'll pick up with driver control in 3, 2, 1. To start off this match, your blue alliance is going to have control over both that bottom and top middle goal. 32-28-5B gaining control for the red alliance on that top middle goal. Your blue alliance gaining control over this long goal nearest your head referees. Red having control over that Red Alliance trying to gain control over that bottom middle goal, and they do so successfully. Gaining control for the Blue Alliance of that top middle goal. D playing some heavy defense over there against 61-18-7C. 20 seconds, those park zones are now protected. Trying to get some parks over here. That was the end of everybody's favorite match, match 6-7.
Let's go, Spence. Yeah, but they usually do that at the beginning. I've never seen them do it as big as unless someone said, hey, I know what people say.
All right, everybody's in size. Moving to get everyone's controllers plugged in and connected. Over here for match 68, you've got your Red Alliance 61-18-7 Glorious Gears and 97-31-1G Unemployed. And for your Blue Alliance, you've got 1829A Phantom and 3805-3H Cooler Cats. All right, we're gonna start Auton in 3, 2, 1. Your blue robot files in 4 blocks to the top of that middle goal, and then there's another 1 scored from 38053H. All right, this is gonna be a blue Auton. Pick up your controllers for driver in 3, 2, 1. And to start off your match, your Blue Alliance is going to have control over that top, middle goal, and the bottom as well, gaining control of that long goal nearest the audience. Your Red Alliance has control over the top of that middle goal, while 1829A is trying to gain control over this long goal nearest your headrest, which they do so successfully. Your bottom's middle goal is still controlled by your Blue Alliance. That top goal is now in a neutral standpoint with 1 blue, 1 red. 1829A scoring 2 more blocks in that top of the middle goal, gaining control of the entire middle goal with having only blue blocks scored in there. 97-31 1G, aiming to get some blocks scored at the top of that middle goal, getting defended by 38053H. The top of the middle goal is now controlled by your Red Alliance thanks to 97-31 1G. 18-29 trying to regain control, and they do so successfully. That middle goal is now back in the blue possession. Couple last second parks from your teams.
Let's go, Spence.
All right, teams, just a reminder, we are shutting down skills once our qualification matches end. They are about to run match 69, I believe, and there are 82 total matches. You do the math, but once we get to match 82, we are going to shut down skills.
Your blue robot is elevated.
To run or wanted to run, you should get in line now.
They have a plan, but then what's good is they bring in big arm. Go, Spence.
And getting our thumbs up from those alliances, we'll start Auton in 3, 2, 1. Here on field number 1 for qualification match 69, you've got 8153C I Say Banana and 15155D Bearcats as your red alliance. Your blue alliance being 13,000C Overriders and 457B. This is rigged. Blue will get your Auton for this match. Moving on to driver control in 3, 2, 1. To start this match off, you're going to have red control in the bottom of that middle goal. You got blue control over that bottom middle goal. The Bearcats trying to push some of their blocks into that goal, making it either neutral or control, while their alliance partner gains control over the long goal nearest your head rest for the red alliance. That bottom middle goal is in a neutral standpoint. Now you've got it in the red control thanks to those Bearcats out there. 13,000C trying to put some of their blue blocks there and gain control over the bottom of the middle. 8153C filing some of their red blocks into that long goal nearest the audience. Same with 457B trying to push for control of that goal.
Come on, Blue. Come on, Blue. Go ahead.
Your blue alliance pushes for control in these last 10 seconds of that long goal nearest your audience. Looking for some last second marks. You might have a double park over on the red alliance. Blue gets control of that long goal nearest you. Red gets control of this long goal nearest your head rest, and that middle goal is in red possession.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah.
And we have a successful double park over here for your red alliance.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Today's award ceremony will include special visual effects with bright flashing lights which may affect individuals who are susceptible to photosensitive, epileptic, or other sensitivities. One more time. Today's award ceremony will include special visual effects with bright flashing lights which may affect individuals who are susceptible to photosensitive, epilepsy, or have other visual sensitivities. If you or someone
looking to run Auton over here on field number 2. For your Red Alliance, you have 13,002B Chaos Controllers and 3157.5S Combat Wombats. For your Blue Alliance, you have 3333D Los Pollos Hermanos and 457G Lightning Bolts. Auton will go to red via a rolling block violation. We'll move on with driver control here in 3, 2, 1. Start of this match, you've got red control of that bottom middle goal, blue control of the top of that middle goal. D looking to push their 3 blocks into that control bonus area for that long goal nearest your audience. Your Red Alliance has control over the long goal nearest your headrest and that middle bottom goal, while your Blue Alliance has control of that long goal nearest the audience and the top of that middle goal. Control has shifted. We've got, I believe, neutral on that long goal nearest you guys, and same with the long goal nearest your headrest. The top of that middle goal has been neutralized. Blue has taken control over the long goal nearest your head referees. The red's maintaining control and taking control over that entire middle goal. Parking is now protected in these last 20 seconds of the match. Blue dumps quite a few blocks into that middle goal, gaining control. We're at our 5-second counting mark. That will conclude this match.
You'll see the score shortly on the screen in the arena, but given it's that time, it's that time. Oh, that's not it. You know, if I did this right, we were going to be better off. It's actually time for a slushy rush, and I have run the wrong song. So we're going to run a slushy rush.
field 1, we have qualification match number 71. Alright, we're gonna get our thumbs up from these teams. Auton's gonna start here in 3, 2, 1. Over on your right side, you have 8860C Uber Eats and 61187F Dex Force. And for your Blue Alliance, you have 13,000A and the three Swifties and an Accidental, and 38A Shredder. This is going to be a Red Alliance. We'll start with driver control here in 3, 2, 1. Starting this match, you've got blue control of that bottom middle goal and red control over that top middle goal. 38A making a quick approach to the loader, trying to gain control over this long goal nearest your head referees. 8860C wasting no time to try and do the same. Your Blue Alliance gains control over that long goal. 38A trying to de-score those blocks for the Red Alliance. Doing so successfully. 13,000A placing 2 of their blocks in that middle top goal, aiming to gain control. It is still in the red possession, however. Now it is in the blue control. Your Blue Alliance controls the bottom middle goal, the top middle goal, and the long goal nearest your head referees. 61-18-7F making their way to try and gain control over that long goal nearest your audience. Meanwhile, their alliance partner 8860C has gained control over that bottom middle goal. Aiming to do the same with that top. Your Red Alliance 61-18-7F has got in control over that long goal nearest your audience. Blue Alliance 38 to take that back for the blue team, de-scoring. We're in our last 20 seconds of this match. The park zones are protected. Your Blue Alliance has both the long goals and that top middle goal. 13,000A aiming to take control over that bottom again. 38A taking over and leaving just those blue blocks, leaving the top of the middle goal in a neutral standpoint. We're getting some verification on these parks over here. We've got 1 red robot parked and no blue robots parked. Over here on field number 2, we have qualification match number 72 with your Red Alliance 216B, the Nerds, and 41,000C Control Alt Defeat. For your Blue Alliance, you have 13,000D Ka-Chow and 8860B, the Loose Screws. Alright, we're almost there with all 4 green.
You know what goes great with a slushie? Pickles. Now you sound like crazy.
Alright, we've got 4 green lights. We got all our thumbs up. We're going to start with Auton. Maybe. We're going to start with Auton in 3, 2, 1. We've got 2 red blocks in the bottom of that middle goal, 1 blue block in the top of that middle goal, 1 blue block making its way down into that bottom middle goal. Alright, right, blue's gonna take this auton as we move into driver control in 3, 2. Three, two, one. Oh, just kidding. 3, 2, 1. I was counting myself down to press the button. All right, your bottom of the middle goal is at a neutral standpoint. That is the only block scored right now. 8860B, changing that, putting 2 blue blocks into that long goal. 216B filing another block into the bottom of that middle goal, giving red control of the bottom middle goal. 8860B gained control over that blue long goal nearest the audience. 41,000C trying to get control over this long goal nearest your head refs. D scoring a bunch of the red blocks, and there is 8860B. There's a bit of shouting across the field. That'd be because we've got Granville on Granville in this match. Your Red Alliance is entirely from the Granville organization. Lots of heavy defense this match. We've got 2 blue blocks in that bottom middle goal. Now we've got 1 red giving blue control over that bottom middle goal. Red quickly taking that back as 41,000C puts 3 more blocks inside of there. 216 gaining control over the top of that middle goal. We're in the last 20 seconds, so your park zones are now protected. That red block falling out. Nobody has control over the top of the middle goal. 10 seconds remaining in this match. Blue making that bottom middle goal a neutral standpoint. Moving over to field number 1, we have match number 73. Odd time will begin in 3, 2, 1. For your Red Alliance, we have 6118-7C, attention span 0, 49, 11E, Ting Tang Walla Walla, Bing Bang. Blue Alliance, you have 1158-1Z, the blue screen of death at 63633C, Eagle Bots when everything goes wrong. This will be a red auton bonus. Controllers are up. Driver will start in 3, 2, 1. To begin this match, your Red Alliance has control over that bottom middle goal. Making some quick work of this long goal nearest your head rest. That will give the Red Alliance control. Looking for some control over on the long goal nearest you. Firing the other block in just a little bit too hard, but using their wing to try and wiggle it over into that control bonus area. And they do so successfully. Your Red Alliance has control over the 3 goals with blocks in them, and they're looking to get a 4th. 6118-7C gaining control over that top middle goal. Your Red Alliance has total control as of this moment. 1158-1Z aiming to put some of their blue blocks in the bottom of that middle goal. You've got 1 blue block. 4911E firing more of their blocks into that long goal. Alright, we've got 20 seconds remaining. Your park zones are now protected. Blue Alliance putting one of their robots in there. Red Alliance also parking one of their robots. 49, 11, putting another block in the bottom of that middle goal. here for qualification match number 74 on field number 2, you have your Red Alliance 457B. This is rigged and 3228 5D 4 speeders. You have your Blue Alliance 6118 7E, the Glorious Gears, and 457D Asteroid Destroyer.
Looking all over for you back here. Thanks for coming out.
All right, we've got our thumbs up and our safety glasses on. All right, starting Auton in 3, 2, 1. This is going to be an Auton tie. We're going to resume driver control in 3, 2, 1. Blue Alliance takes control over the bottom of that middle goal. Red takes control over the top of the middle goal. .3228 5D making some quick work to file even more blocks into the top of that middle goal. Now they're aiming to take control over that bottom middle goal, and they do so successfully. 6118 7E appears to be stuck on top of that middle goal. Their alliance partner trying to free them, and they're almost tipped over. We've got a blue robot on their side now. 457D putting more blue blocks into the top of the middle goal. .457D adding some blue blocks to the bottom of that middle goal. 20 seconds remain. Your park zones are now protected. 457D adding a block into that long goal near shore had referees going for a last minute park here. All right, we're getting a quick license plate switch, but over here on your Red Alliance, you have 63633A, Eagle Boss Who Knows, and 216B cubed. For your Blue Alliance, you have 15155D, Bearcats, and 13002B, Chaos Controllers. We're getting set up for Auton. All right, we got our thumbs up. Auton in 3, 2, 1. We got one blue block in the bottom of the middle goal, one red block in the bottom of the middle goal. Make that 2, 3 blue blocks in the bottom of the middle goal. Auton will go to blue. We got our controllers in hand. We're going to go to driver in 3, 2, 1. Your blue Alliance will start this match with control of that bottom middle goal. Red Alliance trying to take that control away from them by putting their blocks in there. 13,002B making some steady work over there on that long goal nearest the audience. Your bottom middle goal is at a neutral standpoint, but the top middle goal is looking to be a red control. If 633A has anything to say about it, your Bearcats put 3 blocks into this long goal. 216D adds 1 red one to the top of that middle goal, making it a red control bonus as the Bearcats take control over this long goal nearest your head referees. Again, that bottom goal is still sitting at a neutral standpoint with just 2 of each color block in it. 216B adds another red block to the bottom of that middle goal, and he scores both the blue blocks that were in there. Your Red Alliance now has control over that middle goal. The block at the top of the middle goal scored, leaving it as control for nobody. Completely open. Less than 20 seconds left in this match. Your Red Alliance 216B gets control over the top of that middle goal. 13,002B getting control over the bottom of that middle goal. The Bearcats trying to push that little block into the control zone nearest the audience side. D is successfully parked as we move over to our field number 2. For your Red Alliance, you have 63633B, Eagle Bots, Kirby Crusaders, 8 and 1829A, Phantom. For your Blue Alliance, you have 8860C, Uber Eats, and 41,000D, Butter. We're going to get Auton started here in 3, 2, 1. 1829D pushing quite a few blocks into that long goal, getting it into control. Red will take this Auton win as we move into driver control in 3, 2, 1. To start off with your Blue Alliance will take control over that bottom middle goal. Your Red Alliance has pushed it to a neutral standpoint. The blue still maintains control over that top middle goal despite the block that just fell out. Your Red Alliance has control over this long goal nearest your head referees, looking to gain control of the long goal nearest our audience. 8860C pushes one of their blue blocks into that long goal, gaining control for the Blue Alliance. Your Blue Alliance has control over the top middle goal and the entire long goal nearest our audience. Well, is a neutral standpoint for the bottom of that middle goal. Your Red Alliance, he scores everything out of that long goal nearest our audience, leaving 3 blocks to be pushed into control. 8860C looking to de-score those blocks left behind. 8860C looking for control of that long goal once again. Your top middle goal is completely de-scored, while Red maintains control over the bottom of that with a 3-2. 41,000D trying to gain control over that bottom middle goal, but is left at a neutral standpoint. bottom middle goal. Your Red Alliance takes control over the long goal as well. Got a double park here in the Blue Alliance. Red trying to get a park in. Red's got control over both long goals and the top and bottom middle goal. That will conclude this match. That red robot is not parked. And we've got a successful double park for your Blue Alliance. Over here on field number 1, we have qualification match number 47. Nope, 77. For your Red Alliance, you have 8153A, the Mighty Masons, and 97311G, Unemployed. You've got your Blue Alliance, 3333D, Los Pollos Hermanos, and 457A, Larger Than Average Seals. Alright, starting Auton in 3, 2, 1. We got 3 blocks in that bottom of the middle goal for red. This will be a red Auton win. Moving to driver control in 3, 2, 1. Starting off this match, you're going to have red control over the bottom of that middle goal. Both Blue Alliance teams aiming to empty out their feeder zone. 3333D firing one of their blocks into that control zone for the Blue Alliance, nearest the audience. A gaining control for the Red Alliance of that top middle goal. 3333D trying to take it from them. Blue Alliance now has control over the top middle goal and both the long goals. Red Alliance has control over that bottom middle goal. Your bottom middle goal is now in blue control. It was at a neutral standpoint a few seconds ago. 457A guaranteeing some control for the blue here in this long goal nearest your head referees. Red takes control over that bottom middle goal. We're under 20 seconds now, so park zones are protected. Blue Alliance takes control over the bottom middle goal. We've got 4 blue controls and a blue park. We've also got a red park. Over here on field number 2, we have qualification match number 78. Your Red Alliance 13,000C Overriders and 8860A the Bot Fathers. Your Blue Alliance 38A Shredder and 38053H Cooler Cats.
Quick announcement for our visitors. Please, please, please do not take your pits apart today. Don't take pipe and grate down. Don't take tables down. Don't take chairs down. When you leave things just as they were when you found them. We'll put the electric in the chairs and the tables. It's just easier for us to keep things organized. If you please don't take on the pipe and grate. Don't take your table down. Don't take your chairs down. Don't take your electric out. Just leave your movie exactly as you found when you arrived. Thank you.
All right, moving to start Auton here in 3, 2, 1. We've got one red block making its way into the bottom of that middle goal. This will be a red Auton win. Moving into driver control here in 3, 2, 1. Start this match here, Red Alliance will have control over that bottom middle goal. 38A making some quick moves to get control over this long goal nearest your head referees for the Blue Alliance. 8860A trying to get some blocks in there, but 38A looking to de-score them all. They've got 2, they've got all 4. 38053H putting a couple blue blocks into that long goal nearest the audience. 38A aiming to push those into the control bonus area, pushing just a little bit too hard as 8860A aims to take control of the long goal nearest your referees, and they do so successfully, also de-scoring all 3 of those blue blocks that were left in that goal by 38A. Your Blue Alliance has control over the top of that middle goal, and your Red has control over the bottom of the middle goal. Switching over to Blue control for the bottom of that middle goal. 38053H takes it. 38A aiming to take control back from the Red Alliance on this long goal nearest your head referees. 8868 just not letting up on the D-score. The long goal nearest the audience is at a neutral position currently, as Blue Alliance has control over both the top and bottom middle goal, but that quickly gets switched by 13,000C. That will conclude the match.
All right, quick message about our Fine Designs shirt booth. If you have not used your shirt voucher and plan to, I would recommend doing that sooner rather than later. He is going to need to have time to be able to clean up his space. He is planning on sticking around for about 15 minutes after awards, but that's primarily to just get a full second or third added to your shirt that you've already purchased. So if you have not used that voucher, it's a good idea to use it sooner rather than later.
Moving over here to field number 1, you have match number 79.
We have official closing time for our Fine Designs. We're actually going to close up our Fine Designs at 2:30, so you have about 29 minutes to hop in line and use that shirt voucher.
All right, we're going to begin Auton here in 3, 2, 1. On your red line, you have 41,008 Durpus, the Whale Shark, and WEC or WBCT. And 457G Lightning Bolts. For your Blue Alliance, you have 38X Absolute Zero and 41,000C Control Alt Defeat. All right, this is going to be a red Auton. Moving on with driver control here at 3, 2, 1. To start off this match, your Red Alliance has control over the top of that middle goal, and they're aiming to take it in the bottom as well. Right now, the bottom sits at neutral. 457G taking control for 41,000C control for the Blue Alliance with the top middle goal. Aiming to score in the long goal nearest door. Your Red and Blue Alliance fighting for control at the bottom of that middle. X just pushing a little bit too hard there. 41,000C aiming to push those blue blocks into the control bonus as 457G takes control of the bottom of the middle goal. 38X aiming to take it back for the Blue Alliance. 41,000C. 41,000C aiming to push their blue blocks into the control bonus. 457G doing some heavy defense. 41,000C pushing just a little bit too hard. 457G regaining control for the Red Alliance as we hit our last 20 seconds. Our card zones are protected. Moving over here, we have qualification match number 80, your Red Alliance. 35-47K Beach Vibe and 31-57-5 X Combat Wombats. In your Blue Alliance, 216B, the Nerds, and 61-18-7F Dex Force 1. Alright, everybody over here is inside. We're going to get our controllers on the floor. And I think we're ready to start on-time. And we got thumbs up. On-time's going to start here in 3, 2, 1. We've got red blocks at the bottom and top of the middle goal. Red will take this on-time bonus. Controllers are up. We're going to resume to driver control here in 3, 2, 1. Start us off. Your Red Alliance will have control over the top and bottom middle goal.
I'm so proud of you.
You got it, Q. Lock in, buddy.
We've got some heavy defense over here between our blue and red teams. S scoring a couple blocks into their the long goal nearest your head rest as a blue block has appeared in the top of that middle goal, making it a neutral control. Nobody has control bonus there. Same with the bottom, we've got 2-on-2. 61-18-7F aiming to take control as 31-57-5S takes control of the long goal nearest your head referees. Red blocks piling up over there. Nearest you on the audience side, thank you to 35-47K. Your bottom middle goal is at a neutral standpoint, and your top middle goal is also at a neutral standpoint. Less than 20 seconds remaining. Park zones are protected. Your Red Alliance takes control over that bottom middle goal. Blue Alliance looking to take it back. Over here, for qualification match number 81. We got thumbs up all around. All time will begin in 3, 2, 1. For match number 81, your Red Alliance consists of 13,000D Kachow and 33-33Z the Zeman. Your Blue Alliance consists of 13,000A, the 3 Swifties and an accidental, and 81-53C I Say Banana. Red will take odds on, controllers are up. We're going to go to driver in 3, 2, 1. Start us off, your Red Alliance will have control over that middle goal, the top of that middle goal. 33-33Z looking to push there with red blocks. They scored into the control zone. Your Blue Alliance has control over the top of that middle goal. Red moving it into a neutral standpoint, trying to push things successfully. He scored one of the blue blocks, leaving the top middle goal in a red control bonus. Our Blue Alliance clears all 3 red blocks out of the top of the middle goal, leaving it in blue control. 33-33Z looking to push the 3 blocks they scored into that control bonus area. 13,000D adding one of the red blocks into the bottom of that middle goal, leaving it with control just as 33-33Z takes control over the top of that, or over that long goal nearest our audience. Less than 20 seconds on the clock. Park zones are protected. 13,000A looking for a park. 33Z also looking for a park. 13,000D is trying to see if they can get control over the top middle goal. Last second here, will they do it? Over here for on-field 2 for match qualification match number 82, you have your Red Alliance 61-18-7A Voltage Vipers and 32-28-5B Control Alt Elite. You have your Blue Alliance 216A Forklift Certified and 18-27-9A Get Back to Work. This is your last qualification match of the Michigan State Championship. We've got thumbs up everywhere. We're going to start on time here in 3, 2, 1. Your Blue Alliance files 4 blocks into that long goal here and 1 block into that top of that middle goal. There was a block that left the loading zone, however, so that will send them on 2, 1. Starts off, your Blue Alliance will have control over that top middle goal and the long goal nearest your head referees. 1827-9A looking to gain control over that long goal nearest the audience, and they do so successfully. 61-18-7A looking to score some blocks for themselves. 1827-9A will de-score them, however. Your bottom goal is in a blue control. Your top goal is at a standstill, 32-28-5B, gaining control for the Red Alliance of the top of that middle goal. 1827-9A emptying out their loader station and just filling the long goal nearest your head referees with blue blocks. 216A's got full robot. 1827-9A putting 2 blocks into that top middle goal, seeing if they can get some help from 216A to make it blue control, and they do. Your Blue Alliance controls all 4 of the goals on the field. Red Alliance looking to score some blocks in the bottom of that middle goal. Your Blue Alliance not letting up. Your bottom goal is in a neutral standpoint as of right now. We've got 3 blue in the bottom of that middle goal and 2 red. It is in blue control, less than 20 seconds remaining. Your park zones are protected. This is that final push for the control in the bottom of that middle goal, and blue will take it. That concludes your final match of qualification rounds here at the Michigan State Championship.
All right, and that wraps our qualification round, so we will be ending this live. We're going to have a 10-minute break, and then we will start up with our
10 minutes. So at about 2:25, we're going to need a team representative to come and...
Then we are going to do our alliance picks, and then our finals and our awards.
In between the fields and the practice fields, but you have 10 minutes. Take your robot to your pit, get a deep breath, change out back